The Complete Guide to Microsoft Outlook 2013. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Another Computer Mama Guide. By default, all messages arrive in the inbox. And by default, most users have several thousand messages stuffed in the inbox. Sometimes the new ones are on top, sometimes the important ones are on the bottom. There really is a better way to handle all this information. Microsoft Outlook has two new groups on the Home ribbon, Move and Quick Steps. We're going to use the tools in Microsoft Outlook to organize the inbox with folders and move email to those folders. First, we'll try it by hand, and then I'd like to automate it with rules. So the ribbon that we're going to focus on today is the Home ribbon. If you are ready, please start the program Microsoft Outlook. Hello, little inbox. Before you begin, let's create the folder. I've selected the inbox, and the ribbon that I want is Folders. Go to Folder, New, New Folder. What do you see? You will be prompted to enter a name for your folder. I've typed Sample Messages, and click OK. What do you see? On the left-hand side in the folders, our new sample folder is alphabetical, so look for S at the bottom. Of course it's empty. We haven't put anything in there yet. Try it. Click on the inbox and select one of our messages. Now, hold your mouse and drag it down to the left side until it's over the sample folders. Let go. What do you see? When you click on the sample folder, you should see the message that we just put there. Keep going. If you can do it by hand, you can tell the computer to do it automatically. Here are the steps. Start at the inbox and select an email. Go to Home, Move, Move. Please select the sample message folder that we just created. Trust but verify. Click on the sample message folder, and what do you see? The message is there. You can use business rules to move messages based on your criteria. For example, you can move email from someone, say your boss, to a specific folder automatically. Try it. Click on the inbox and select one of the emails that you sent to yourself. Go to Home, Move, Rules, and click on Always Move Messages From. What do you see? You will be prompted to select one of the Outlook folders. What happens next? When you create the rule, Microsoft Outlook will run it. All of the sample messages that I have from Glenn Glick have gone into the folder for sample messages. A good programmer always tests the rules. The inbox is selected. Go to Home, New, New Email. Enter your email address and enter the subject, testing the rules. Click Send. What do you see now? The message should come into the inbox and bounce automatically to the Sample Messages folder. Look again. It's the Sample Messages folder that has an indication that you have new mail. Every database has a place that you can edit the programming, and so does Microsoft Outlook. Go to Home, Move, Rules. Click on Manage Rules and Alert. Keep going. We should have one rule that we just made for moving our stuff to the sample folder. The options for rules include New, Change, Copy, and Delete. Please try it. Click on the rule that we made and click on Delete. You'll be asked to confirm. Click Yes. Now, you have to click Apply so that the programming is saved, and click OK to return to the inbox. Here are 3 good ways you can filter the information. You can create a rule based on the person, based on the place, or based on the subject. Let's try it. Before you begin, please create a new folder for training. Now, the inbox is selected. Go to Home, Move, Rules, and click on Create Rule. There are two parts to creating a rule. First, identify the conditions, and then program the response to that conditions. The first criteria is matching the subject line. Please type Outlook Training. And what's our response? We're going to move that email to the folder called Training. Click OK. That saves the rule. Click OK to close the window and keep going. Test the rules again. Go to Home, New Email. Enter your email address. For the subject, type New Outlook Training. And then please give yourself a sample message. When you are ready, click Send. What do you see? The message should automatically go to the training folder. Did it? Good. Say you created several rules to work with your people and your projects. You can put those rules into the quick steps. Try it. Select one of our practice emails and go to Home, Quick Steps. Click on Reply and Delete. What do you see? There should be a new reply to your message. When you click Send, go and look. Was the original message deleted? It looks like it. Look again at the quick steps. What do you see? The little rule that we made for the training folder should be there in the quick steps. First, define the action, then program the response. The action is I'm going to move it to a folder. This is the training folder. Second criteria. By default, it's marked as read, but I don't want that. It is marked as unread. Next, I would like to add a follow-up flag. I'd like to be prompted to review this tomorrow. Click Save to return to the inbox. Quick steps are rules that can be managed as well. Go to Home, Quick Steps, More, and click on Manage Quick Steps. This is the list of all the quick steps that we have in our program. If you click on a quick step, you can see the programming on the right-hand side. Sometimes when you're practicing the steps, you end up with more than one of the same folder. I have 2 for training. You can select the one you don't want and simply click on Delete. It's gone. You can also duplicate or make a copy of one of the ones you have that does work. Try it. Click on the Training quick step and then click on Duplicate. What do you see? You will be prompted to edit a new version of the quick step named Copy of Training. Change the name, Sample Messages. Edit the action. Choose a different folder, Sample Messages. I'd like you to add a second action. Set the importance at High Alert. You can also tag the new email for follow-up if you wish. So that's a quick look at quick steps. Ha ha ha, that's a pun. Even with the practice lessons in class, our inbox has accumulated dozens of messages. Some days the inbox just gets swamped with new information. One of the best new features in Microsoft Outlook is called Conversations. It's a way of gathering all the pieces of a discussion into one outline. Try it. In this example, the sample folder has been selected. That's where all the emails I sent to myself ended up. Now, go to View, Conversations. Show as Conversations. What do you see? The inbox has been organized by date and conversations. Emails that belong to the same discussions, even if they are in different folders, are grouped together. You can change the view if you wish. Try it. Go to View, Conversation Settings. What do you see? You have the options to include the other folders and how you wish to present the data. Very good. This lesson has been focused on the inbox for a good reason. In some companies, the inbox isn't allowed to have a lot of information because of security and retention policies. So how big is your inbox? Try it. The ribbon that I want is Folder and the group is Properties. Click on the button for Folder Properties. A new window will open with several tabs. This is the General tab. At the bottom, please click on Folder Size. Now what do you see? At the top, there is a calculation of the entire folder. There is also a listing of each folder and how big it is. Click Close to return to the properties. Click OK to return to Outlook. Say you had to manage your inbox better. One of the ways you can do it is to clean it up. Go to Home, Delete, Clean Up. What do you see? There are 3 options. Clean up a conversation, clean up the folder, and clean up the folder and all of its folders. Click on Clean Up Folder. You'll be prompted to remove all of the redundant messages. So what's the definition of redundant conversations? Click on Settings and let's find out. The conversation settings are not at the top. You have to scroll down through this list until you see the section for Conversation Cleanup. By default, Microsoft Outlook doesn't move things that are categorized, flagged, or digitally signed. OK, click Cancel to return to the cleanup, and click Cancel again to return to the inbox. Sometimes I think my inbox is just a honeypot for the junk mail and all the bees are stinging me. Microsoft Outlook does have several ways we can handle the junk mail. There are 2 ways. You can whitelist or blacklist. Whitelist is I list my friends and only allow my friends into my inbox. This is good for corporate email. Blacklist is I identify people who are obviously spamming me. Select an email and go to Home, Delete, Junk. What do you see? You can block the sender. You can also whitelist and never block the sender or never block the sender's domain. Keep going. Another way to filter the junk mail is by looking at the domain. In this example, the email comes from Microsoft, so the domain is microsoft.com. This one I can right-click and identify Never Block this sender's domain. By default, all the junk mail is moved to the junk mail, but is it really junk mail? Sometimes software gives you a false positive or a false negative, so it's a good idea to check your junk mail folder and make sure that something important didn't get put there accidentally. Microsoft Outlook is a database, so the rules, the moves, and the junk mail all have programming. Try it. Go to Home, Junk, Junk Email Options. What do you see? The setting is usually on low. That means only the most obvious junk mail will be sent to the junk folder. You could set it higher if you wish, but you may wish to check the folder to make sure there weren't any false positives. This is the place we can also look for the safe senders. If you are working with white hats or good guy lists, this is where you would find them, and you can add and edit them here. So billions and billions of emails go in and out of people's inboxes every day. I hope that you found some of the examples with the rules here in Microsoft Outlook useful. I certainly use them in my work. Until next time, this is the Computer Mama, and thank you for coming.